I don't know what goes into paying hush money to a porn star to secure silence over some type of alleged affair. I can't speak to that. But what I can speak to is that if you have a prosecutor who is ignoring crimes happening every single day in his jurisdiction, and he chooses to go back many, many years ago to try to use something about porn star hush money payments, that's an example of pursuing a political agenda.
I want to talk about how Trump is definitely going to jail.
This is a political witch hunt perpetrated by one of the far-left radical socialist district attorneys in Alvin Bragg.
There is no limit, no end to the limits they will go to go after Donald Trump.
Give me a fucking break.
It almost looks like it's an effort to detract, but at the very least, it's another example of two-tier system of justice.
I just wrote a book a couple of months ago on exactly this topic. It's called Justice. The legal system. I do every week a podcast, Verdict with Ted Cruz. Yesterday's podcast is an hour-long deep dive on the legal issues, explaining why the facts and law are utterly bogus.
Do you people actually believe that they're going to make Donald Jehoshaphat Trump spend a night in jail?
He represents 74 million Americans. And if he's the nominee, you're putting 74 million votes in prison.
It's wishful thinking, my friends, at best.
Settlements like this, whatever you think of them, are common, both among famous people, celebrities, and in corporate America. In this case, you can believe whatever side you want to believe, but paying people not to talk about things, hush money, is ordinary in modern America.
The power structure in this country is set up in such a way where those who have the gold have the power. And I'm sorry, but Donald Trump has more gold than is necessary to walk.
On a bookkeeping charge, he put a payment to a woman in the legal column. That was in the wrong column.
Ultimately, when push comes to shove, the sentence will be suspended.
I think this is all going to blow over because I don't see any way that they're actually going to get Donald Trump to appear for indictment or any type of charge.
The judge will feel bad because he's old. He's feeble.
If you're going to arrest a president, there better be a dead body or a suitcase full of cash. Or as Killeen says, a suitcase full of dead bodies.
There's always some reason why guys like this walk.
I think what happens here is that President Trump will be stronger at the end of the day, but the damage done to the law may last for decades.
I mean, my God. If Bill Cosby has enough power to walk, so does Donald Trump.
There's no proof Trump slept with Stormy. There's no baby. And Trump didn't use campaign funds.
And that motherfucker was damn near as guilty as Donald Trump.
There's no crime here. The only potential crime here, Mark, is that Donald Trump was an extortion victim.
So yes, absolutely prosecute him. He needs to be prosecuted. These crimes need to be well documented so that we never have to deal with this bullshit again. However, don't expect anything to come of it.
Some type of manufactured circus by some Soros DA.
A Soros prosecutor.
This prosecutor, Alan Bragg, is from George Soros' side.
Listening to his master, George Soros.
George Soros. Mr. Soros.
The one good thing is that every single one of those dollars that all those trumpets sent him, every single dollar to make America great again, every hat that was bought, every goddamn scarf that was left on the floor of the Capitol, every bit of that money is getting sucked away to Donald Trump's legal bullshit.
Alvin Bragg in particular is the most radical DA you can ultimately get to. George Soros funded him over $1 million.
So Color of Change gave no money to Alvin Bragg. George Soros gave no money to Alvin Bragg, not even indirectly. No $1 million, no $500,000.
And mark my words, he will never be president of this country again.
Quick point. Republicans say they love money in politics. Money is speech. So even if he did give money to Bragg, which he didn't, what's wrong with that? What objection could they have to the Jewish billionaire Holocaust survivor? I can't possibly imagine.
The Jewish international banker. I mean, my God, this goes back centuries. I mean, and they pick up the trope and go with it. Also, something to point out that I think you pointed out, Alvin Bragg has never met Soros. He's never spoken to Soros on the phone. He's never done a Zoom with Soros. He's never communicated with Soros before. And yet, they're saying that this black man is an international Jewish banker in their trope, is his master. That Soros is Bragg's master, despite the fact they've never even met or talked to each other.
Joe, it's so brilliant. It's kind of evil brilliance that they've managed to do an attack to defend Donald Trump that combines both anti-black racism and anti-Semitism at the same time. It's actually kind of white supremacist genius.
What are the differences between them? I mean, obviously, the approach to COVID was different. I mean, I would have fired somebody like Fauci. I also think just in terms of my approach to leadership, I get personnel in the government who have the agenda of the people and share our agenda. So the way we run the government, I think, is no daily drama, focus on the big picture, and put points on the board.
What is your favourite nickname that Trump's given you so far? Is it Ron DeSanctimonious or Meatball Ron?
I don't know how to spell DeSanctimonious. I don't really know what it means, but I kind of like it's long. It's got a lot of vowels. I mean, so we'd go with that. That's fine. You can call me whatever you want. I mean, just as long as you also call me a winner.
While I'm at it, let me just say, Ron DeSantis hasn't got a snowball's chance in hell either. Joe Biden's going to get reelected. And it's not because Donald Trump's being prosecuted. But it doesn't hurt. Y'all take it easy. I'm Zachariah, Lone Star Liberal.
We're now beginning to realize the greatest of all the clowns